I mean, to me, it should be like the 502. Interested to see what it's like inside. So see what it weighs. Worst drape I ever tried. I actually don't mind it. I don't mind the shape of the 402 or 502. Right, the buttons are quite a good position. This actually feels slightly better than the 502 because the 502 has a different sniper button, which is maybe closer. But the side buttons feel a bit easier to get on this. And the other hasn't got this infinity scroll wheel the other ones have. Mongrel would probably love this mod. What do you reckon it weighs? You should all know, I've not checked. I reckon it's got to be 110. I'm going to go for, I haven't checked. Or I will forget. Yep, so you got one screw here, two on the edges, and one at the rear. So if you want to do any of the skate replacement on this, you're going to have to basically take all your feet off. Like a power cord or something like that, all the feet are coming off. So, should be fairly easy. I mean, how many screws do you think it's going to have? The G Pro Wireless has got something like 36. And the 502, I remember that, that's like 40s, and then the 502 Lightspeed's got 49 screws, so slightly thicker than the G Pro. Logitech changed the screws on the later version, my spell looks of it. Easy enough to take apart. It looks pretty vintage inside this one. This is the oldest, the Fury one, it's not the Hero. I think they did a Hero 402 actually, did they? So we're going to have to replace all switches. 1, 2, 3, 6 switches, 7 switches on this one. Damn. A weird contraption on the rear here for the power cord. Runs all the way back under the PCB. I was saying there's 6, 7 switches on this one, all Omron. No, they're not. They've got Omron front, left and right, and then they've got a key or something like that. What mods are we doing today, Chris? We're doing a power cord, changing out all 7 switches, which I just realised this has got on it. We're going to weight reduce it, and we're going to change the base to accept some Zowie hyperglides. That's the plan. A bit of a retro one. Popular, everyone wants to see it. Right, take this PCB out. AM010, the sensor on this one. So you've got one screw down here, one here, and one here for the PCB. And an old micro switch for the scroll, probably. Logitech again use this encoder, which is totally different to most of them. This breaks light basically. You can't change these encoders easily. So you were talking about changing the scroll wheel before, weren't we? You're not going to change the scroll wheel easy on this unless someone's done it. I wouldn't know how you'd do it. You'd have to find a mouse with the same encoder style that's going to be able to fit into the and the scroll wheels have to fit into the shell. So could be a bit tricky. Hope so, man. Looking forward to it if they release one. You've got quite a big range, aren't they? G Pro Wireless 2.0. Someone said the G Pro Wireless X the other day. I was like, what do you mean by X? And they're like, everything's like Pro X. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, fair point. Is the same screws as the base. So I'm just going to wiggle the screwdriver under here. There we go. Because you're going to rip it off the board pretty much if you're not careful on that. So the PCB, this is pretty heavy. Do you reckon it's going to weigh? Probably a mil or so. 2 mil thick. Damn son. It's a thick PCB, man. You use this mouse, you're crazy. It's a big PCB, that's right, Chris, sure is, mate. Ouch! So on here, you've got a load of screws in it. So if you're going to take this part, the power cord's fairly easy, this bit's going to get complicated. I'll have to try and remember how to put it back together. You see that we pulled out the side ones, a bit like the G402 setup here, these two here. They hold these side buttons in. Without that, it's still not rattling really, but they're definitely starting to rattle. So. Hey Julian, is it? Juliana? Jugokavar? Totally read your name. Thanks mate for the follow. Right, I think that's all the screws. Still pretty well built. If I hold those side pieces in, still no rattle, even with all the screws out. And no brick 502. This is 402 is 100, about 10 grams light. I think the 502 is 110. Is it stock? Not sure. There's one more screw in. Yeah, I don't see the point of the 402. To me, it's like they built the 402 and then thought actually we can probably pimp out this a bit more, and they built the 502. Could be. You would definitely get a light. I think I got the 502 down to 60 grams, but we did pretty much destroy it. You have to get everything out. You take all the buttons out, you basically end up with the shape with the left and right mouse button. comes apart differently to the 502. The 502, the back plate pings off here, whereas this one's taking out the whole front piece as well. Which means, I guess you could cut it. It means when you go to mod it, you can't just take the back plate off. You'd have to cut across the top here, I guess. So you fill that gap in the middle. Not the end of the world. Bit heavy. Two buttons up here for the top buttons. These will take off the left and right mouse button. And then it's probably not far broken down then. Don't know why there's so many screws in it. Maybe Logitech don't like it rattling. The amount of money they spend to manufacture these must be crazy. Not much. Taking all those screws out, I don't see what it's holding in place. Is this mouse for chap? Nope. Not that I know of. Who the hell's chap, man? These have got the same annoyance of G50, the 502 trying to get these out. But very similar though, in terms of like how it's constructed. I'd say the 502 was a modified 402. In terms of they tried to improve it. Excellent. Who knows? The world's thickest side buttons. I think Logitech are expecting those to snap. Like when you get to the lightweight mice, like Final Mouse and stuff, they're a lot thinner. Oh, that's pretty thick. Model O and stuff, they have a lot thinner buttons. Now I've got to try to scroll wheel. Oh no, get the side button out. Sniper one. There you go. See, that's come out a bit easier now. I've took that part out. So the scroll wheel on this is hinged on the actual chassis, I guess. Interesting. Logitech are the only people that I've seen use that light encoder, so it doesn't have like an encoder most mice have, like the metal.
Throw your cranes up.
These are these little fans to try and trim a bit of weight out, but then they make it super heavy. Reminds me of like a car wheel. A lowrider rim, I reckon. It looks like the rubber on this is stuck on it. It looks like in here, you can see that. It's like got little dots to kind of hold it in place, the scroll wheel. You're not going to get that rubber off easily, as you can see. It's almost like it's glued in. You got the little ridges to fit into it. You can't change the rubber too easy. You might be able to put one of those silicone wedding rings around it now, maybe. Where the main shell, that's the last bit, I think. There she is, stripped down. That's the 402 in pieces.